a woman that you never met over the course of 2.5 years.
Okay, but they said the relationship had intensified in the previous 3 or 4 months. That's when he decided we're a couple, even if we're a cyber couple.
That still leaves a significant chunk of time where he was supposedly in love with someone he had never met. Y'all don't have...
I'm right here, baby. I'm right here. Guess I'm gonna have to go outside no more. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. I was going outside to try to make this video about waking you up. But of course, you're here today walking out. Come here. Come here. Well, come here. Come here. Well, who you heard was Stephen A. Smith. And, oh goodness, I'm forgetting his name.
Dad?
Yes, baby.
Who's that?
I'm making a video. Show is ESPN First Take. And of course, I'm forgetting old the boy's name. Skip Bayless. You may be familiar with him if you are, if you're a sports fan. If you watch ESPN a lot. And what they are talking about is the recent incident with the young man from University of Notre Dame, Monte Teo, who was a runner-up in the Heisman Trophy. Sweepstakes, if you will. And what has happened recently is that it has come out that a story that was being told for a while was that this young man had a girlfriend that someone he had met online. And this girlfriend had been in a car accident, had got leukemia, and eventually died. What's coming out now is that this young lady never really existed. So that's what they're talking about. Now, as you heard Stephen A. say, he is perplexed at how someone can profess their love for someone that they never met. Now, someone can say that they were a boyfriend with someone, boyfriend and girlfriend with someone over 2.5 years, and they never met them. That's what I keep saying. How can you love somebody you never met? Well, I'm going on a limb here, and I'm going to assume, and assuming I may be making an ass out of me, not him, that Stephen A. is a Christian. And if he isn't, that limb might go out on breaks under the weight of truth. Well, it still applies. It still applies to those who call themselves Christians. For Christians, and I'm speaking of specific Christianity because, once again, I'm assuming that he is a Christian. Christians profess their love for a man that they never met. They will profess their love, their commitment, their faith, their oath to a man that they never met. And in that they say that they can say that they have met him is by ways of words in a book. And in that way which they say they have met him is that they will say that they have felt the love, the warmth of God when they stop and think and pray and ask for Jesus to come into their lives. So it is a mental, emotional, chemical thing in this love they profess of someone that they have never met. And there's plenty of Christians, oh yeah, I've met him. Yeah, I understand when you say you met him. You met him by way of the words. You met him by way of a profound belief in him. A belief that is based off of what you believe to be a failing on your part as being a human being in need of saving and salvation and grace from God. You profess your love for someone you never met. Once again, it's not only love, it's the belief that this person is the greatest of beings, the greatest of people in all existence that can ever exist. For he is God, or he is the Son of God, and he has done something for you that has saved you from something that you will experience when you have died. So once again, you are believing in something, you're professing, you believe something, and that you have never experienced, that you've never been to, and believing in a heaven and believing in a hell. So for Stephen to be taken such aback at such a premise, well, he's being a hypocrite. And he's not being completely... Yes, you can see me. He's not being completely and totally in truth. And that's the truth of the matter. That is the truth that matters. So as Stephen, all Christians, and if Stephen's a Christian, and Christians, and I'm going to say all other faiths of people who believe in a Savior, believe in a God. You know, see, you because it's point of daddy. That's the way human nature. That one can choose to believe in something. And this young man had the words going off, the words that he were reading off, how they were communicating. They communicating online, I guess on the phone supposedly. And so this young man was in love with the words that he was reading, the words, the sound that he was getting from the supposed person, that people associate this person. So Stephen A., it makes sense. And if it doesn't, then it doesn't make sense as it applies to you either. Yes, baby.
You're not him.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Well, I'm looking. Well, then you know what? I never thought I'd say this. There's a whole bunch of people in the world that are a lot like me. A matter of fact, I pretty much thought it was everybody in that regard.
And that's the problem with this world.
Forgive me. I assume that if you love, or if you are in love with somebody, you actually met them.